Welcome to this week's edition of Weekly English Idioms with me, Teacher Tiffany. Now, we're going to start by learning 3 new English idioms. So, we're going to jump right over into my screen and get started. Here we go. First, we have melt in your mouth. Again, melt in your mouth. Now, this is used often referring to food being prepared well that will also taste good. So, let's look at the first sentence. The pie crust just melts in your mouth. Now, Thanksgiving was last week actually a week and a half ago, and the food was amazing. And my mom also made a sweet potato pie. So the crust was delicious and every aspect, every part of the pie was amazing. But this sentence is saying the pie crust, woo-wee, could melt in your mouth, right? Or it melted in your mouth. Got it? Okay, now let's go to our next sentence. Here we go. That candy just melted in my mouth. And finally, I heard that milk chocolate melts in your mouth. All right, moving on to number 2. We have monkey business. You're probably wondering, Teacher, what is monkey business? Now, don't worry. This is actually an idiom we use a lot in English. Now, this idiom just means mischievous or deceitful behavior. Okay, so here we go. She wasn't going to have any monkey business in her classroom. I want you to think about a classroom environment where students are playing around and maybe tossing pencils or papers at each other. And the teacher walks in and says, "Everybody, stop. I need you to sit down, open your books, and start your work." So she didn't want them to play in class. She wasn't going to have any monkey business in the classroom. Okay? All right, looking at number 2. The new nanny will not tolerate such monkey business from the children. And finally, there's been some monkey business connected with his tax returns. Again, deceitful behavior. Something wasn't done in an honest way. Make sense? All right, now let's move on to our next idiom. We have more than meets the eye. Again, more than meets the eye. Having more merit, import, or facets than is initially perceived, or to think a situation is not as simple as it seems to be. So let me break this down a little bit more for you. So let's say, for example, you meet someone and you look at them and you judge or assume who they are, what they do, or even you assume what their personality is. This is judging someone by what you see. Now, more than meets the eye means that what I assumed does not match the truth. So, wow, I thought that he probably didn't like school too much. I thought that maybe he wasn't the best student, but after a month of teaching him, wow, I realized he is super smart. A teacher could say that about his or her student. Make sense? Okay, makes sense? All right, here we go. First sentence, here we go. There is more to this proposal than meets the eye. Next, there is more to that problem than meets the eye. And finally, there is more to him that meets the eye, than meets the eye. So again, we can say that about someone that we think one thing about, but is not actually true. Okay, so again, looking back, here we go. There is more to him than meets the eye. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Remember to make your own sentences and put them in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one.